Welcome, guys, to another walk and talk Storytime Slots. How you guys doing today? Special episode here, coming to you from beautiful San Diego, California, about 130 miles south from where I'm from. So this place is called Paradise Point. It's a beautiful resort, really relaxing place where people just come, have fun. There's a bunch of pools, restaurants, just a relaxing place to visit, right? Very, very different than your casino. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of casinos in San Diego County, but you don't come here with that kind of mindset. You come here to just relax and do something different, family, just relax, or maybe by yourself, read a book and chill out. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today, guys. When the money's done and the fun is over, obviously when the credits run out, the fun is over, no more spinning. We have no choice, we have a couple of options, like either dig in, take more money out, and a chance of you winning or losing, By the way, how are you guys doing with that? Are you guys being disciplined with the bankroll that you take playing the slot machines? Or any game for that matter? It's the hardest thing to do, guys. It's the hardest thing to do. But when those credits run out, when it's over, it's done. The fun is over. How are you guys with the transition of going from that kind of environment and then transitioning over to everyday normal life? That's where you could get the ice water. So there's a bunch of bungalows here and unit numbers, and people just park their car right next to their unit. Some have patios, some have nice views. Some of them are villas. It's a very nice, relaxing place. It's called Paradise Point. It's about a mile away from SeaWorld. Let me know if you guys been here. Paradise Point. Got a lot of lagoons, ducks. You see a lot of birds. The bay is right here. I think this is called Mission Bay, if I'm not mistaken, or the beach. Right here, just a short distance from my room, is the bay, the beach. It's beautiful, beautiful. It's a little windy, but it's fine. It's beautiful. And just a really cool place to visit. And these are the villas that are facing the bay. So if you're staying in one of these, you got this beautiful sunset here. There's bonfires that people do and have fun here, and this is pretty much the bay and people having fun on the water. There's a boat. It's really relaxing here, guys. Very different. So what we're going to talk about is, do you find a hard time transitioning from everyday life? Like, I know the action is high at a casino. I know the action is very, very high. When I got here yesterday, to be honest with you, it was kind of hard, because it was like, hey, where's the slot machines, right? So used to that high action, so used to that environment, that high action. But then I kind of realized, okay, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to have a peaceful time with family. I'm not going to think about the gambling. I'm not going to think about all that, stuff. Especially now that I'm in this challenge of my lifetime in April. If you don't know about it, it's called the Free Play Redemption Tour, which really curbs my gambling. I'm doing well so far. You saw I don't know when I'm going to post this, but probably 3 or 4 videos in already. We're doing good with that. I'm doing good with that. But do you guys have a hard time when you're not at a casino? When it's not action, when it's low action? It's different, right? Nothing satisfies you. Like I said, when the credits run out, when it's time to go, how do you feel when you can't play anymore? Just press the button. The button doesn't spin no more. One thing I hate about hot pots. Here's a hot pot. This is where the bonfires happen. It's cool. At night here, it's very, very cool. One thing I hate about Hot Pot's game is that when you run out of credits, it gives you this little beep. And they should get rid of that, because when you hit a hot pot and it goes into the pot, when you get that beep, it's not going to explode. So it's kind of like, damn it, I got to put more credits in. Or the cowbell. Some people like to call it the cowbell of poverty. That end of credits. It's the suckiest feeling in the world when you have to just say, you know what, it's over. The fun is over. Now back to do my work or my job or back home. And some people like to escape, man. Some people like the casinos to escape, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's really nothing wrong with escaping and using that kind of place to escape, but everything in moderation, guys. It's very difficult to be in control, because we don't know the outcomes. Like I said, gambling is a losing proposition. 99, I don't know if I were to give it a score. Some people claim they're experts, and some people are very disciplined at this, though. Some people are very disciplined. I got viewers that always win, but they're not going out there for thousands of dollars. They're going there, even if they win $50, they're out. They did their job. And that's how come they win most of the time. But for the majority of us, we're not there for $20, $30, right? We're there for like a few hundred, maybe a few thousand. And for the majority of us, we lose. 95% of the time, we leave empty-handed with a depleted bankroll. And see this right here? I think they're having fun over there on that boat. Zoom in here. Oh yeah, they're having a good time. A good time on that boat. Awesome. So, for the majority of us, wow, this zoom is really powerful in this phone. That's pretty cool. So for the majority of us, guys, and this right here are all the villas that you could rent facing the bay. Obviously, the ones here are probably the most expensive because of where it is. But you can fish, you can, spend time on the beach. You can do a lot here. Anyway, let's go this way. I'll show you more of the property. So, do you find you guys hard time transitioning, When you come to a place like this, where there's no casinos, sure, like I said, San Diego County has a lot of Indian reservations, other casinos, Harrah's, Pala, all those casinos, Jumal, all those casinos are here, but I think they're quite a distance away. The only ones I've been to in San Diego County, to be honest, is Pala and Pachanga. That's the only ones I've been. I don't know, is Pachanga, I know it's in Temecula. Is that San Diego County? It's really close to Pala. So I don't know if that's considered San Diego County Casino, but it's really close. It's by the wineries in Temecula. But anyway, you got to drive a ways to get there. Now, I don't know where the nearest casino is here by Mission Bay. So, I don't know. Hey, bro, where's the nearest casino here?
The nearest casino?
Yeah. Do you gamble?
No,
Oh, you don't know? All right. I'll do it. Thanks, man. So, yeah, so I was having some triggers yesterday getting here, but then I brought some wine with me, and I bought some cognac, because I told my wife today, I go, this is real, like this is my last hurrah, eating and drinking and Yeah, guys, just enjoying this right now because this thing was full last night, and I think I had too much of a good time. We're just gonna finish it up here. Hell yeah, this view, the cognac. Ooh, it's a little too much, but you know what? We'll drink this. Remy Martin, VSOP. Hell yeah, rock and roll. After this, I'm really gonna take it serious with my. I gotta lose some weight, man. I gotta really get in shape, guys. You know, I'm feeling good, but like, it's really easy to eat anything, right? I eat anything. You don't have to watch what you eat. It's really easy. The menu options at restaurants, you don't have to even think about it. But when you're on a diet and when you're watching stuff, it's hard, it's difficult. But I got to get back on it. You know, I probably gained 10 pounds ever since. So, and this right here, my friends, I'm going to show you the other part of this place. This place is huge, guys. A lot of units here. These are like, they're called bungalows. These are the bungalows. But, there's a lot to think about, guys. You know, your brain is so used to that high action environment. Your brain is so used to keep on keeping on with the spins. That's how we get in trouble sometimes. You know, we just don't want to leave. We don't want the fun to be over. And we don't care about the budget. We don't care about the bankroll. Yeah, that's how you guys dig into where you're not supposed to dig in. It's very easy to borrow money. It's very easy to go and withdraw your savings, guys. Or money that you don't want to touch. You know, you say you don't want to touch it, but you do, because it's easy to do. You just want to keep playing. So how do we curb that? How do we curb that addiction? Like, okay, when it's done, right? Is it easy for you guys to say it's done, it's done? When it's done, it's done. Is it easy? Check this out. It's kind of like a nice little place to relax. This one reminds me of Gilligan's Island. Right? Paradise Point, baby. Nice, relaxing place. You know, so that's I was having a little difficult time, and I'm still having some difficulty with what I'm doing now, which is not gambling as much. You know, I want to put that free play in. The other day when I won the $1,000 from free play on video 1 of the challenge, dude, I really wanted to put the money back in to the spins. I really did, guys. It was so hard for me to not do that, but I did it. So I'm successful so far. You know, so far it's working out for me. But it's not easy. You know, I'm not Superman. You know, I want to play, man. I want to have fun. So, you know, when the fun is over, it's over. So this free play thing, it's kind of giving me a taste of gambling for this month. And like I said, guys, here's more, suites and bungalows. Like I said, guys, this is not me quitting gambling, you know, but this is me transitioning over to something that's more responsible. You know, I'm punishing myself, like I said, because I don't want that Caribbean dollar store situation to happen again, guys. And that's not having fun, guys. It went from having fun to a good time to just tilt and mad, and I was angry. I was so angry at myself, and I didn't want to be that man. I didn't want to be that gambler that, you know, messes around and loses a bunch of money that I'm not really don't want to lose. You know, I don't want to lose that money, guys. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's very, very hard. So this is the main pool. I don't want to go in there because there's a lot of families and stuff. You know, it's a peaceful time. But that's the main pool. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's the key word, I think, is balance. I think we need to balance ourselves. We need to balance what we do. And then there's another thing that people go through, and what that is they can't be that recreational guy. They can't be that recreational person. Gambling for them is a means to an end. Gambling for them is a means for them to get ahead, you know? They're gamblers. It's not fun for them, guys. They're there for a purpose. They can't be that guy. You know, you can't be that guy that goes in there with a couple $100. No, it's gambling. So there's that, you know? There's that, and that's destructive. That is destructive, guys. And if you want to become that from a recreational person, either through addiction or whatever, you're starting to get addicted with gambling, that you should really know the signs of the addiction. You know, you should really know what the signs are. You know, does being in that environment make you the juice is flowing, you're happy? You can't replace that thrill with anything else. You know, even going for a walk, going on trips, you always want to be at the casino. You're not really paying attention to family functions anymore. You don't really care. It doesn't interest you. Family doesn't interest you. Things of that nature, the job, you're always thinking about slot machines at work. That's another sign of no. So if you're always thinking about the gambling at your desk, that's a big sign of, like, you know, you need to take things seriously. You need to watch out, because I've been there and done that, guys. There's been times where I was couldn't get anything done, man. All I thought was gambling. All I would think about is the slots and the orbs and the hitting that major, you know. That's very dangerous, you know, that those kind of things, you know. How do you guys treat gambling? Like, I would like to know, guys. You know, the most famous words from a losing gambler is, "I quit, I'm done." A lot of people say that, but they're not really done. That's just a response to a very bad time losing money. But there are people out there, leave it in the comments. What kind of gambler are you? Can you control this? Can you control the urges? Can you control it? Can you be that recreational person that goes there and just has fun with gambling and doesn't screw around? You know, once it's done, it's done. Or are you that? Do you totally lose sense of everything? And you know, do you totally lose sense of control, discipline? It doesn't go out the window when you are at a casino. Like, do your knees get weak? Right? I know people like that. Their knees get weak, you know, they can't control themselves. They're so happy to be there. The happiness turns into sadness when they realize they're defeated. That, you know, guys, it hurts me. Yeah, you saw some losses on some of my videos, but I was prepared for those losses. You know, I was prepared. That money that I used, especially that now I have a channel, that money that I use to create content and to gamble with, if I lose it, that's fine. But a lot of us are not prepared for that. A lot of us are not prepared for those big losses. We go in there thinking we're gonna win. Especially, you like this kind of coffee, guys? It's from Italy. Lavazza. Torino, Italia. They sell that kind of stuff here. It's a gift shop. You know, they're not prepared. Some people are not prepared for the losses, and it really is devastating. You know, they can't recover. You know, so what kind of gambler are you? Are you a vacationer, or are you like renting one of these and having fun for the weekend? You can actually rent one of these. You can rent them out here at Paradise Point. And you can also rent bikes. And you can also rent one of these things. That's cool. Boats, wave runners. That is really cool. You can rent bikes here. The property is so big that you can just ride your bike. There are restaurants here that you can actually take advantage of. Food is actually pretty good. Here's where the rental takes place. So, look at this surfboard right here. El Camino Real. Nice. Very nice. Got a spa here. Spa treatments, So, it's not only the casinos that you could come for a spa, but it's these kind of places too. Rent me, dude. How many? This is like a 3-seater. Yeah, it's a 3-seater. Like the colors. Rent me. So, yeah. So let me know in the comments, like, what kind of casino goer are you? And for those of you guys who had enough and that gambling is not for you, that you need to take a break, let me know that too. And how's that going for you? Or do you have triggers? What sets you off? What sets you off? You want to go back and gamble? Let me know how that's going too. Do you still have triggers? Because I know that it takes some time for you guys to heal. Like, it takes a lot of time for the guy that wants to quit, and good on you. If that's the only choice for you guys, and it's being destructive, and you're losing a lot of money, and you can't find a way to like just go have fun, and I'm not saying go find a way to win, because there's no such thing, right? I'm not gonna say that. Oh, there's a way to win on slots. Nah, come on. Let's get real here, guys. Storytime Slots is about being real. It's about being real. It's not about being fake. This is the main lobby here for Paradise Point. So you come in here when you reserve. Little circular kind of driveway here with the little rocks. And this is the front lagoon area with the water and the ducks. There's a lot of like nature things going on. Birds and ducks, and there's some ducks over there. That's nice. I'm pretty sure that there was movies filmed here, because this part looks very familiar. You can actually climb this thing all the way up. Take a nice little picture here. Great place for kids, guys. Great place for just taking a break. There's the main area, the main pool. A lot of palm trees. There's the main area, the main pool. Here in Paradise Point, San Diego. Where's the casino, right, guys? Where's the casino? I want to know where the casino is. Tiki torches. These things light up at night. They light them up. So it's really, really cool when they do. It kind of gives it like the island vibe. A lot of beautiful palm trees. So, yeah. Like I said, guys, let me know if, what type of gambler are you? Because I don't know how to classify myself. Yeah, I'm addicted. I'm not going to deny that. I'm addicted to gambling. But I found a way to curb my destruction. Hey guys, check out this big chair right here, right in front of the lobby. Look how big this chair is. Hold on. I'm somewhat of a big dude, so rock and roll. So, yeah. There's some sand over there. So this is the lobby. This is where you actually, the valet here. I think this is valet, or no, this is where you stop in and check in. But this is gives it, like I said, gives it a nice little island vibe. And this is the lobby. We got trees here everywhere. People checking in and out. Nice little cool lobby in here. So, yeah. But you know what? The funny thing was when I checked in here yesterday, look at this view right here of the property. It's awesome. This place got like 5 pools. It's even got like an adult pool too. Got a few restaurants. And food's good, you know, a little overpriced. But again, I say overpriced as a guy like, there's a guy that spends thousands of dollars at a casino and talks about being overpriced, paying $10 more for a beer or something. Yesterday I ordered a strawberry margarita, $25. Was I miffed? Kind of. It's the nature of the beast, guys. $25. Breakfast burrito, $25. If you want it delivered to your villa, they charge you about $12 on top of that. So one breakfast burrito will cost you $37 in the morning. So if you want to do like a family kind of like breakfast thing, I suggest you just do like order all at once, guys, because they're gonna charge you $6 each time. Let me show you this restaurant right here. So there are different types of people that go to casinos, and there are people that go there and don't gamble. You don't believe me? They're just observers. You know anybody like that, or are you one of those people that just hang out and watch people gamble and that's it for you? You know, I know that these slot channels you can do that too. You know, ping pong. Play ping pong. There's tennis courts on the other side of this property. Basketball court. I used to be really good at ping pong when I was a kid. Me and my dad would play all the time. So, what was I saying? Yeah. You know, yesterday I was kind of laying down by the pool. I kind of wanted to watch some slot content because I wasn't at a casino. I actually tuned into a slot channel and watched one of their videos. It gave me the fix. It gave me that wanting to be at a casino and listening to the sounds and looking at the machines. It gave me a similar excitement watching a YouTube video on slots. So now I'm getting it. Like, I get it, right? Like, I get it. I know why these YouTube channels get a lot of clicks. Here's title. This is a restaurant. Here are the prices. The mains. This is on the property. Oh, I got some alcohol. I'm gonna drink later on. So I bought my own alcohol. But you know, I was by the pool and I didn't want to go to my room, so there's some more villas and bungalows. A driveway here. Beautiful day here, guys. Enjoying my spring break. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, that gave me that fix that I was longing, because I wanted that to experience that high action environment. You know, coming to a place like this, a gambler coming to a place like this, what am I gonna do here, right? Where's the slot machines? Here's a restaurant. I've ate here before. So this is one of the restaurants that I showed you the menu, that one. But here's the other side of the bay. This is called Barefoot. It's like a bar and grill kind of thing here. Bar and grill kind of thing here. Barefoot bar. Here's the Paradise Point Marina. So this also is part of their property. It's got a bar and I think it's like Mexican food, nachos and things of that nature. Look at that fish. You see that fish? That's a huge fish. Hey, where'd you go? Come back here. Come back here. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Do it for Storytime Slots. There you are. Do it for Storytime Slots. Alright, guys? So, here is the marina. There's a restaurant. There's Barefoot Bar and Grill. Got some good food there. Nachos, like I said, burritos, probably burgers. It's kind of like a hybrid. Here's the marina. Watercraft rentals are available here. All right, rock and roll. So after watching that video yesterday, I kind of like curbed my triggers. And now that I'm not gambling as much in April, it's hard for me, guys. It's not easy for me. Look at these birds. Look at that guy. He's just chilling there. Are you guys into birds? What's this guy gonna do to this fish? Too big for you, buddy. You can't pick that fish off. What's up? You wanna play the slots? Storytime slots? Really? Do you follow me? So yeah, man, I just love this, and this is worth everything. This is just worth a lot here. Freaking weather in San Diego is so nice, right, guys? It's so nice here. So yeah, good food. If you're ever here, check out Barefoot. Like I said, guys, it's not gonna be cheap. It's not. It's a little overpriced, but hey, like I said, we gamblers can't complain about prices. If you're a guy that goes and dumps thousands of dollars at a casino like me, I can't complain about prices. Why would I? You know, why the hell would I, right? So, no complaints here, guys. I'll pay. You know why I'll pay? Because I blow my money at casinos. So anytime, welcome to Paradise Point. Here's the property. It's pretty big. Here's the menu at Barefoot, by the way. Let's see if I was right. Maybe they changed it. I haven't been here in a while. There's the starters. Huevos rancheros, surfer burrito. There's the prices. Like I said, don't get shocked. We're gamblers. We're going to pay these prices because we spend thousands of dollars at casinos and we don't have any right to be cheap when it comes to having a good time, guys. And that's the motto I live by. I know guys that spend $50 a spin. How many soups can you buy with that here? Like 4 of them. One spin. Boom. What's the most expensive thing on the menu here for a Sunday? For a breakfast. What do they got? BLTs here. $32. Here it goes. Braised beef ribeye, $41. Blackened salmon, $41. How long does it take you to blow $41 at your local casino, guys? That's why I don't complain. Here's a list of the fish. That's why I don't complain. Anytime I start to complain, my wife always reminds me, hey, you go to casino. Yeah, she's right. She's right. I enjoy my extracurricular activities. Mission Bay. Discover Mission Bay. I enjoy my extracurricular activities. That's expensive. It's not cheap. So I have no right to complain about spending a little extra, having fun, having fun. So I know we have a tendency of doing that, right? We have a tendency of when we're outside of the casino, right? You heard the argument, money has value, and it's right. Money does have value outside the casino. But no, when it comes to like having a good time, guys, even taking trips, I spend the money, guys, because I know once in a lifetime trip, I'm always going to remember that trip to Italy. I'm always going to remember that trip to Paris or that trip to France or, Paris is in France. Right? So, yeah, whatever, guys. I'm going to take that trip, bucket list items there, bucket list. And by the way, one thing I regretted not doing when I was in Italy last time is going to the oldest casino in the world in Venice. I should have went there. I didn't, I didn't make it out to Venice. I was having such a good time in Florence that I just didn't make it out to Rome and Venice. I should have, but you know what? I was taking. There's so much to take in Florence and Milan that I didn't go. By the way, that trip included Paris too, so we did all that in a short 12 days, and that's too short. So, yeah, I mean, how do you do it? How do you guys do it? Back to the topic in hand. I know this walk and talk, Storytime Slots Walk and Talk, we go off tangents here, you know? It's kind of hard to stick on topic, but I go on tangents here. I show you guys what I'm looking at. Let's go this way because it's a rocky path. The parking signs here, you know, everybody has their designated parking. And by the way, before you shoot me and kill me, parking here is $50 a night. Don't complain, Mahagan. Don't complain. All right? $50 a night, that's too expensive. But it's not too expensive to put in the slot, right? They look like tombstones, I told my wife yesterday. She started laughing. Yeah, these are the numbers to the parking. So every unit has their number. Rooms are pretty cool. You know, our room is nice. I'll show you. Once we get over there, I'll show you where, you know, what our view. I kind of requested that view because I like the peace and quietness of where we're at. There's not a lot of people around. But here's another pool. This property probably has 4 or 5 pools. Here's one of them. The main one you saw. Here's another one. A lot of nature here. Look at that squirrel biting into this twig. Where are you going, buddy? So, another ping pong table with pool. Like, this is a very family vibe here you get, you know? Very, very nice vibe. I love it. So what do you guys think of the way I think when it comes to, hey, you spend so much money at a casino, don't tell me to be cheap or you know, don't tell me I'm being cheap outside of the casino. What do you guys think of that's, you know, what I'm saying there? And do you agree with me? You know, yeah, it's your money, guys. You can spend it the way you want it or invest it the way you want it. But that's the way I see things. So, yeah, you know, a few days here, probably going to spend a couple $1,000s with food and room and all the other expenses. But well worth it, guys. I think it's well worth it. I think I'm having a good time. And these moments are very important for me, you know? Moments with family and spending with nice weather. Later on, I'm going to be in the pool. I'll probably record some more content here. I might go out to Paula. I don't know yet. If I do, guys, I'm thinking about just doing a walk and talk over there. What do you think? Showing you the property. Paula, showing you the games. Look at this bird. The heck is he doing? Hey, I heard that. Where's that coming from? Where's that coming from? Adult pool. Yeah, this is the adult pool. So this pool right here is the adult pool. This is where you hang out. And, you know, just the adult pool is here. Adult retreat, it's called. Got a lot of employees here to help you out. It's a clean place. Service is great. See? Every which way here. But look at this. Every way you look over here, it's beautiful, guys. And you should be out here in the morning, man. You gotta check this out in the morning. The morning is just special here, you know. It's probably about, 2 o'clock in April. 70 some degrees. Oh, look at this. Man, I love birds. You guys like birds? Look at that guy. Soaking in the sights. There he goes. Rock and roll. There's a ducky. Paradise Point. So obviously there's nicer rooms here, more expensive rooms. Lobby, spa, island market. Everybody gets their, like I said, everybody gets their parking spot. And I'm about to walk to my unit and show you guys what I'm talking about. See? Over here, not too much to look at. You're going to be looking at this. But where I'm at, I'm going to show you. It's the lagoon view. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this guy messed around. Somebody left the trash and this dude went to town. That's one thing you don't do, guys. Leave your trash out because these guys will go to town. These guys went to town. Where are you going? You're guilty. Caught you in action. Yeah, the birds will really get the food here, guys. And they'll go into town. They probably ripped everything. They ripped the bag. Whoever was in this unit put everything in the bag and they went to town. Pizza, ranch dressing, probably hot wings, cup of noodles. They went to town on this guy. Don't leave your trash out here. The birds will get it. So, yeah, we started talking about the transition, like when the credits are over, the transition from getting up from a slot machine going to home. I hate that transition, especially when I'm losing. I don't like that. And but we have to do it. I'd rather do that than dig in more, guys. Like honestly, it takes discipline to go home. It takes discipline to go home when the movie is over. Okay, when the movie is over, turn off the lights. All right, guys. Is that a song? Am I killing that song or what? So yeah. I don't like that feeling. You got to get up. It's not like an arcade game. This is money. This is money. It costs money, and it costs money, but it's fun, right? Nice G-Wagon. That's rock and roll right there. That's rock and roll. I like that G-Wagon. I like it, move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. Hey, that G-Wagon. Look how big that Infinity looks. Is that an Infinity? That thing is huge compared to that G-Wagon. Damn. So yeah, that's it. I know, guys. I know there's been times where we took a budget. More often than times, you take a budget and you lose it, and then you dig in, guys. I hate that. It's the worst feeling in the world, guys. So, hey, by the way, this is a good way of like quitting gambling if you have to, like visiting a place like this, kind of like a rehab. And we're back at the bay side of things here on the other side. So, nice view here. The water. People riding their bikes. Nice. Look at this. Look at this view here. I'm gonna show you the view in my room. I don't have these were all sold out. When I reserved my room, these were all sold out. That didn't have it. By the way, this is spring break week for some people. But my option, this is a nice room. A lot of windows there. These are bigger rooms, you see. The more we get closer to more privacy and water, the nicer the rooms get. So we're gonna walk this way because where is my room's this way? Look at that crow. Get out of here, fool. Get out of here, fool. Yeah, all these rooms were taken. My first option was one of these, but really nice waking up to this. But my second option was a lagoon view, which I'll show you. It's more private. You're gonna get a lot more traffic here. Obviously, people always want to come by the water and hang out. Can we come down? Oh, we can't come down like this. Yes, I need wine glasses. No, I think I have to. call them? Let's go down like this, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Alright. So, we're headed to the room right now. We just have to get better at that, guys. We just have to get better at getting up and going home, treating this gambling and slots like fun. Not really we're gambling, right? We're gambling. That's what we're doing. But do you have a hard time treating it as that, a recreation? You know, I know people that think that that's not recreation. What we're doing, we're just addicted gamblers. Now, there's a difference between doing what we're doing and doing with some people that I know that do. Degenerate gambling, I know I have many signs of that too. Okay, like what I did that session that I lost $1,400, that was degenerate gambling, guys. The degenerate gambling kicked in for me. I wasn't proud of it, you know. Like I said, I needed to curb that. Whew. I gotta get back into walking, guys, because I want to get back into kind of like shape, guys. In 2020, during the pandemic, I used to weigh freaking 195 pounds. Man, when I think of that, I'm like, what did I do, you know? Partied too hard. I don't know. I don't want to. You know what? We can't always think behind. We got to look ahead. You know, whatever happened in the past, same thing with gambling, guys. We always got to look ahead. Whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. This road is narrow. Here's some more units here, some more villas. And every villa is probably different. Every room is different. This one's got a nice little corner view. So everybody has this view here. Man, if you got a dog, you know, walking the dog on the beach, that's just awesome. That is just awesome, guys. That is just awesome. Man. So, we got to look ahead, guys. We can't look in the past. You know, what's done is done. You know, we gambled that money away. It's gone. It's funny, guys. Like, there's so many casinos nowadays that I wonder, everybody that I talk to, that I meet outside of that environment, they don't gamble. Everybody I ask, do you gamble? No. Maybe they do and they don't want to admit it. Maybe their significant others are around and they don't want to say, yeah, I gambled. No, but I'm kidding. You know, let me gather my thoughts here. So, are you guys enjoying this, guys? I'm really happy to be back on Walk and Talk. This is episode 16 in San Diego. 15 was in Newport Beach. If you missed that, check it out. This is where I walk and I talk about gambling. What else, right? What else gets us excited? Fit it into real life somehow, you know. So the thing I need to do a better job on is discipline. Discipline is the hardest thing in gambling, guys. When people say I got it, you know, discipline is the key, are they really that disciplined though? Discipline, or lack thereof, you know, creeps upon every one of us, you know. And I thought I had discipline, you know, in that winning streak. Yeah, I was winning. It's easy to have discipline when you're winning, guys. Everybody has discipline when they're winning, right? It's easy to get up and move when you're winning. That's true. It's easy to get up and move when you're winning. But right when the ex-gambler starts to lose, what happens? We screw up. So, hey, the ducks are not scared of humans. What's up, buddy? Must be food over here. So, yeah, that's it. I'm going to go and show you my view of my room. Hopefully I'm going the right way. And then we'll call it. We'll call it a session, guys, on Storytime Slots. Where's the slot machines? They're going to play tennis. Are they gonna gamble like me? Nah, but I'm seriously thinking about going to Paula on the way home and doing one of those walk and talks there. You know, showing you the property at Paula. Is it Paula? Yeah, it's called Paula. They got that $28,000 Dragon Link. I gotta show you. So, how you doing, buddy? Hey, bro, do you know where the nearest casino is?
Casino?
Yeah.
I wish I knew.
You don't get? You don't gamble?
I do gamble.
Ah.
No, I didn't even know. I didn't even know they even had them in Cali.
Oh, so many.
Do they really?
So, yeah, Indian reservations and all that.
I'll Google it, but I don't know where it is.
Better you don't.
My wife likes it too. We'll be all right.
All right, thanks, bro. So, yeah, that's about it, guys. Like, I'm thinking about doing a walk and talk over there. And okay, this is where my room is. Okay.
Do you know where the basketball hoop is?
Yeah, you got to go back there. Sure. Follow those tennis players. So here, you got miniature golf here too. For those of you guys that are miniature golf fans, miniature golf. There's a place where I used to live when I grew up called Golf and Stuff, right off the freeway. It was funny, guys. We used to go there when we were kids. We used to gamble on miniature golf, guys. That's how we used to gamble playing miniature golf. I'm not kidding you guys. We used to gamble. When we were kids, we'd gamble with my friends. Hey, if I do this, if I beat you, you're gonna give me your lunch, or it's lunch. School lunch is on you for the whole week. They'd go back to their moms and tell them, hey, I just lost a bet with Vahagen. You gotta make me 2 sandwiches for the whole week for school lunch because I lost a bet. Mom would call my mom and get all pissed off. They're betting on golf and stuff, miniature golf. The times we had, man, no bills. Just when we were kids, times were different, man. We didn't have no smartphones. Here's more of the miniature golf course here. Pretty cool. I like it. Got a lot of like these ups and downs. Nice little nature, man. It's hard for me to describe the weather here, guys, but it's beautiful. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's beautiful. Here's another unit here. Right here, you walk in, and where's the casino, man? Where's the lobby? So you got one unit here, and you got one unit on this side. Cool. I like the entrance. Back in the day, man, we had so much fun. Like I said, we weren't preoccupied with phones. We'd go out and play with kids, guys. We'd come back at night. Our parents were just like, hey, they're out there playing. They didn't care. We live in different times, guys. And everybody's on their phone now. Like, don't mind that I'm on my phone. I'm creating content here. I'm using it as a camera. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Does it make sense? So, different times, guys, different times. Thanks for joining me, by the way. Walk and Talk episode number 16. I had a lot of fun. This hour went by fast. I got in my walk. We were cruising for the most part. These are the little cars they use to maintain the property. Let's say the housekeeper wants to clean and all that, and got a lot of these guys. How you doing? Good. So this is my room, guys. This is what I like right here. It's private. It's private. It's a pretty nice room. And this is my view. This is my view. We sit here. We chill. And it's very, very quiet. Very quiet. And sometimes you get birds coming in here, chilling in this lagoon. And it's a very quiet part of the property. And this was my second choice. Everything was sold out by the bay. but you don't get the wind by the bay, you don't get the noise, you don't get the foot traffic. So it's kind of private here. You park your car right there, and just you're in. You're in. So perfect place to just chill. I'm gonna open a bottle of wine right now and just enjoy. Cause hey, like I said, guys, this is my last hurrah here. And it's time to get serious when I get back into LA. There's a lot of things to do with my health. We have dinner reservations today. And then we're going to have fun here. And then maybe tomorrow. We might stay another night. We'll see. But we'll figure that out. Thanks for watching, guys. Storytime Slots Walk and Talk, where we talk about all things gambling here. I go off in my little tangents. We start with one topic. We end up talking about time when we were kids and we didn't have smartphones. That's the kind of show this is, and we talk about everything here, guys. So I show you scenery too. Can't wait to do my next walk and talk. So join me. All right, join me. Storytime Slots Walk and Talk. This was episode number 16. Thank you, guys. Rock and roll, and we'll see you next time. All right, like and subscribe. Make sure you do that too, because it helps me out. It motivates me to take my camera out and to rock and roll. I like the reflection here. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.